give me a countdown.
All right. So we're going to give you a 3, 2.
All right, this is Living the Dream podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Sam.
So, all right, so tonight we're going to give you guys a little bit of a pre-trip of the Peterbilt build that we keep talking about on the podcast.
That's right. And we're going to do a little bit of dive into some of the expectations and the hopes. And, we'll do some build-up to what's to come and where it's at currently. So stick along for the ride.
Yep. I've got a little bit of talking to do the boss man, whether we're gonna do a video with the truck in progress, or if regardless, we'll have it done because, like I said, I'm gonna be bringing it home every night. So regardless, the truck will be in a video, and I've sent Sam some pictures of it and Boogie's truck along. If you've stuck around this long, you know who Boogie is and know Boogie's truck. So right. Sam's got pictures of both. If he can drop them in the video, he will. Either
Pray
way,
the editing skills pay off.
Yeah. So either way, you guys will see Jolene. It may or may not be build progress, but you guys will see the truck.
Right. Whether it's in the current build status or past pictures and videos up to the current build as it sits behind us. You will get updates regardless.
And I say Jolene, in that video with the truck, whether it's building it or done, I will explain the name because I know everybody's going to ask, why is the truck named Jolene?
Yeah.
So you will know.
Yeah.
Because Boogie's is the mistress.
Yeah. If you know, you know. Yep. If you understand the name, then you'll understand
country music.
Why it's named Jolene. And it's an epic... It's an epic title. So
I'll explain it all in the video with the truck if you don't understand it.
So let's dive into it, and here we go.
Okay, so we need to get back on topic, but we did tell everybody we're going to do a Cavalcade episode, and we have not done it yet.
We really haven't.
Next week.
Okay, next week. Deal. Or this weekend. Fuck it. Well, no, next weekend. This weekend. All right. We've got to work it out, but it's not guaranteed. But just a little, dangling carrot in front of you. We're working on an episode in front of the Pete.
Okay,
that you have heard
a question from me because I don't edit.
Okay,
can you right here in this section when you edit this and you say, "Can we drop it?" or doing an episode in front of the Pete? Can you drop a picture of it?
Possibly.
Okay, well, I've sent you plenty of pictures.
Well,
so if you can...
So if okay, fine. So there we go. So if
you can, just drop it.
There'll be a picture of the Pete here, okay, in its current state.
Just got it back from paint shop Monday. Been working on it, too. I took tonight off so we could kick this, and I needed a fucking break.
Yeah, it's got clearance lights. It's got both air cleaners. It's got the chrome visor. It's got... The fenders are readjusted. I
had to pull the fenders back off.
Mud flaps. It's a bad motherfucker. It looks so good
for what it. Yeah,
so good
for what it is. It's looking good
for 45 fucking years old. This is an old
truck. It is the oldest truck in our fleet. It is the oldest truck we own.
Really?
Boogie's is an 86. It's an 80.
There you go.
So it's mine and then Boogie's.
Hell yeah.
Because the Jimmy's a 99.
Is it really?
And actually, Eli's truck's older than that. It's a 92 or 93, the end dump. Huh. It's a 379 short hood, but I think it's older than the Jimmy.
Yeah, well,
the Jimmy's kind of right there with the rest of them, but I think it's my truck, Boogie's truck, and then Eli's end dump, and then the haul boy or the low boy haul truck and that kind of shit. It's all
I know is that blue and white combination is fucking
it looks
gorgeous.
Damn. So you haven't seen it in person?
No,
it's
I've
fucking
not
dope.
yet seen
but
it.
But like if it was in here, it would look purple.
Yeah,
it's just that dark, and the flake is really what throws it.
I can't wait.
I think I'm gonna have. So my boss talked about doing it's a company truck. You guys all know that by now. So my boss talked about. So Boogie's crane is white. The International I ran at Ira Green. The crane on it was white. So you've seen pictures of the International because you followed me.
Yeah.
So Boogie ran the International way before I came along. When Boogie built his Pete, it was built off of the International, just to a much larger scale.
Right.
When I came along to Ira Green, the International had been repainted, but Brian was trying to kind of retire it, didn't want to put it back in service. Right. So I got an old F750 Ford he had, and the crane went down on it. And so he kind of gave me. I kept hinting at the International because it was fucking sharp looking little old truck.
Right.
So when the crane went down on the Ford, he kind of was like, "Well, you want to fix it, or do you want to get in the International?" It took me and Bougie no time at all to get out there and fight the old International. Old corn binder.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, it had the same crane on it Bougie's truck has. Much smaller truck, but it had the same crane.
Holy crap!
It picked the front fucking tires up off the ground. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, so they were both. What I was getting at is they're both white cranes. Well, are you leaving? Deuces, yeah, you kind of stink.
I understand.
Yeah, you kind of stink. I knew she'd come back. Anyways, so they're both white cranes.
Yeah.
Well, Bougie's truck's a 400 Cummins. Obviously, it blows soot and it's straight pipe. The International was turned way the fuck up because Bougie ran it, and it was straight pipe.
Yeah.
So the cranes were constantly black from the rain and the soot. So my boss on my truck said he wanted to paint the crane black. Like, that'd look pretty good. And so Bougie's thinking about
Until
it.
It's summertime.
Well, that's me. It's not going to make it fuck. I'm not I'm up there hugging it.
Well, yeah, but the first time you fucking lean against that bitch and it's 110 degrees outside.
Yeah, but when are you going to... It's folded up on the truck. So, I mean, unless it's out.
Yeah, but if you're... I don't know. It's whatever.
The extensions are going to be black regardless. I mean, that's factory.
Okay.
So, the crane we bought for my truck is orange. So it's gonna be, and it's fucked up. I mean, it's gonna have to be sandblasted regardless. I mean, it's old paint.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to paint it black, so the soot didn't show on it. But and I had originally thought about doing blue, but I thought it was gonna be a lighter blue. What came back on the truck?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be too much between the black weld deck and the black, workbench and all that kind of shit. But after seeing the blue and seeing how fluorescent it kind of is in a way, and how dark it is, I think I'm gonna do the crane. See if I can do the crane blue. The workbench and the deck will still be black, and the headache rack will still be black. But I think the blue crane, with the extensions, will still be black in the crane.
I'm struggling with the black because I know how big the weld deck is.
It's gonna be black regardless. There's no changing that.
Okay. That's.
I mean,
don't know.
what would you want it to be?
So I think I would say deck. I would say the deck of it black, fine, but anything that's above the deck, white.
So the only thing that's going to be... Okay, so you've seen Bougie's truck.
Yeah.
So the only reason my deck's going to be different is because my truck's longer. So...
Your truck's longer than Bougie's?
It's going to be when it's done.
Holy shit.
So my truck now, we're extending it another 8 feet.
Holy fuck.
So Bougie's weld deck is 36 inches.
Uh-huh.
Mine's 66.
Holy fuck.
My truck's 14-inch wheelbase difference in length right now, and we have to extend it for the crane and the workbench.
Wow.
My truck will be about 8 to 10 feet longer than Bougie's truck.
Damn. It's going to be a big bitch.
Yeah. So...
Okay.
So the weld deck's going to be black regardless.
So as we're sitting here right now, just so you guys are aware, so the grass is greener kind of situation.
Yeah, we
kind of blew past that. Well, I think it's still kind of a deal because that's how Josh ended up where he's at. Is the grass was greener on the other side, and it wasn't because it was on a septic tank, and that's where he's at now. But this is kind of so we'll do this as a pre-Pete episode.
So where are you going to go now?
Just continue on.
So the weld deck's going to be black regardless. The difference in my weld deck... Okay, so the weld deck itself, it has the same design as Bougie's. Okay. As far as the headache rack, it's all the same dimensions, same height, same everything, because they're built on the same model Peterbilt truck.
Right.
The difference is the length. So where Bougie's, he had to... Headache rack welder, he had to cram torch bottles in between it, and they're out in the open.
Yeah.
And then bed.
Yeah.
Mine is, we got 66 inches of fucking cab to bed. You've seen the pictures of the bed on my truck with nothing between the cab and the bed, and it's fucking huge. So, we decided to... What?
You're fine.
So, we decided to build, instead of like Bougie has his torch bottles out in the open between his cab and his welder, we're gonna build a box it was originally 5
How
foot.
the hell you built it?
We're still working on it.
Okay.
But it was originally going to be 5 foot tall, and that was going to be from the time that the bed was mounted on the frame. So this box is in the back of the wheel deck, so it's going to be even with the bottom of the bed.
Right.
5 foot tall.
Yep.
To then I decided, well, I'm going to put the regular 18-inch by however long boxes on top of the bed. Okay, so there's an added 18 inches to 5 foot. To then, Bougie has a 5/8 inch runner mounted on top of his bed that's welded to it. And then that's what everything on top of his bed's welded to, so he wasn't drilling holes in his bed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got an 18-inch, 18 and 5/8 now. So we've adjusted the height to the boxes that we're building to 5 foot plus 18 and 5/8. So when this truck is done, the boxes on the weld deck will be even with the bottom of the bed, and they'll come up to even of the top of the boxes we add on top of the bed. It'll be level straight across, and that's accounting for the 5/8 drip rail or channel rail, whatever. Yeah,
strut. Yeah.
Plus the 18-inch boxes we bolt on top. That's on the driver's side, and in that box we built, there will be the torch bottles, and then when you open the door. On the inside of the door will be washers and everything welded together, so I can hang on my different torch and cut off tips, cut off wheels and wire wheels for grinders, grinding discs. That will all be mounted on the door when you open it.
Hell yeah.
On the passenger side, as far as height-wise, we've made it to match the driver's side. But it will only be from the deck up because the fuel tank is on that side.
Right.
So it won't drop below the deck, but it will be, as far as height-wise, that truck will be uniform across the board.
So there won't be and you keep referring to this as the weld deck, and I'm thinking of that as like you're welding on that deck, but you've got a workbench that's going to be behind.
Weld deck meaning the welder is going to be sitting on it, that kind of thing.
Okay, we're not working off of this. Okay,
so.
Because that's where I keep thinking. I'm like, man, like you don't have any stairs going.
So you've seen Bougie's truck.
Yeah, but not. I don't know it well enough. We'll try and insert a picture somewhere.
Okay,
in
so
here
I'll pull up a
truck.
picture just so that you can see it.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay. This is Bougie's truck. Let me get this where I can turn it and you can actually see it. Okay. So like I said, this is 66 or 36 inches. Welder, his torch bottles are shoved in between his welder and that headache rack.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. His welding leads and torch leads are at the back of the truck.
Oh.
So they ran all the way back here, and you can't see it, but so on the back of his truck, I know you've seen it, but you may not remember it.
No, there's a bunch of
wrenches,
reels.
and it's...
Yeah.
Okay, so... He's got his reels, but on the driver's side of that truck, he's got welding leads, torch, and extension cords.
Okay.
And it's on 4 wrenches that he's welded.
Okay, yeah.
That pulls out.
Oh, okay.
He can unpin that, and that section pulls out to the end of his work deck.
Oh, that is slick.
But that's where his welding leads, torch reels, and all that shit are.
Okay.
So mine will be the same.
Send me that picture real quick.
So basically, I'll have the welder, but I won't have anything between the welder. I'll have a box here that my torch bottles will be in. Mm-hmm. All my shit's mounted in the door. On the other side, in the box that's uniform, we'll mount hooks in, and that's where all my chains are going to hang.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll send you that picture.
Yep, send me that picture. I'll
so that you can drop it here.
Make sure that I can get that in there so the viewers can see.
So on this side, that's a handmade box. Bougie built that box.
Damn.
So if you open, that's not one door. That's a butterfly door. So if you open that door on the inside, he's got washers welded together. He's got some round stock welded with a drill hole drilled and a pin put in it. And so,
on the inside, you were telling me about that.
On the inside of this door, and if you see it in person, you can see where he's welded on all the shit on the outside because the guy that painted it didn't body work it.
Ah, damn it.
But so if you open those doors, everything's hanging on the doors. So that's what we're doing on my torch bottle doors. But in here, he's got all of his welding stuff in his microwave.
Right on.
Really, the only difference here is the length of the truck. That's why his is so tight.
Gotcha.
And
So here's what I think. So stack relation. Like so you say that your boss is worried about the soot getting on the crane and such like that, but his stacks are slanted. That's a whole different animal.
As far as the design of stacks, okay, so like some
so yours are straight.
Some bull haulers and shit like that, they might blow it out to the side. Okay, let me put it to you this way. These are what they call miters.
Yeah.
Minor flat tops.
Okay.
At the end of the day, they're fucking flat. The fucking rain gets done in them. You got bull haulers or something like that, they're going to catch rain, but maybe not as much.
Right.
These catch rain, and when you fire the truck up, right at the top.
Right.
Now you take your Y pipe down here in the bottom, you can drill a hole in it, but it's still going to catch some water.
Yeah.
So when he fires that truck up, not only the back, the hood, everything is covered in soot. Now the International I drove was the same way. Hell, even the Jimmy does it.
Yeah. Really?
So yeah.
Okay.
So
is it a flat top as well?
It's
kicked off of the side. It's got a little swoop.
Yeah, but either way, they're catching rain water, and you blow it out, and it's soot. And that truck doesn't smoke.
Right.
But it's enough for it covers it in soot.
Okay.
So
this is new to diesel shit here. I'm asking questions so y'all can understand as well, because I don't know as well, but I've been a diesel fanatic since I was 8 fucking years old. It's the first time I ever set foot in a Peterbilt, thanks to my Aunt Sandy. But I've learned a lot more since I've been around this fella here, because it's been.
I sent you that one too. That was at a truck show.
Fuck yeah, that was great and received.
These are a bougie's truck. My truck is not built yet. We're working on it.
It is in progress, and it's gorgeous. But
we're supposed to be tearing his down this winter. I don't know if it's going to happen yet. Now that we're getting January, February.
Get yours.
We're supposed to be tearing his down, and it's supposed to be going back to paint.
Oh, are they good? Similar paint scheme, or?
His is going to be kind of what he wants, and originally they were talking white with black fenders, but I think he's going to go just solid pearl white.
Okay. Man, so I've not been a white vehicle fan ever, but there's a couple
they scream work truck. But at the end of the day, Bougie and I don't own these trucks.
So there's a couple of manufacturers. Chevy is one. Ford has kind of started to dabble into the pearl, but Chevy has a pearl white.
We've got Lonnie, our utility guy. He's grew up with our boss, was one of his childhood friends. He's got a pearl white half ton as his work truck, and it is fucking sharp. The only thing pearl to me is it looks like a wrap.
Right.
I think it looks good, but it looks like a wrap.
Well, so if you get a real good pearl, it's almost got a pink to it in certain spots. Like that's a pink.
In white?
Yes.
I haven't noticed that.
Okay. So the newer Chevys, the pearl white that they have has like a pink undertone to it. Like whenever you get it in a certain light, it's got like a pink shade to it. And like that to me is like the true like pearl color, because it kind of, it associates with the pearl.
truck he's got a Chevy, but I haven't noticed that. So Bougie wants his to be pearl white, and I would have liked to have had pearl white. When I sent the truck down and he told me he was going to put silver flake in the blue, I wanted to have the cab done pearl.
Yeah.
But I'd already had the bed painted.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have been able to. Yeah. When he said he was going to put silver flake in it, I'm thinking this motherfucker's going to look like a bass boat when it comes back. The blue has just enough. The white has no flake in it.
Yeah.
The blue has just enough in it where if it's in light, you can tell, and it's not necessarily that you can see the flake. It's just that you can see the difference between royal blue and a purple, and then you get it in certain lights, and it looks black.
Yeah.
It's just that dark of a blue.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's like the darkest part of those cans.
Okay.
But it's got a little bit of flake in it.
Yeah.
My mind was this somebody, like I said, can
come
back
like a bass boat.
Yeah. It is not. I mean, you got to take a flashlight and be like right on top of it, and you can see the flake.
But
it does look fucking bad. Like I sent you the pictures. It looks fucking badass. So if you can figure it out, drop pictures of Bougie's truck where they're needed. Drop pictures of this one, and I'll do what I can with the boss man to get us in front of that truck. Yep. And even if I can't, the motherfucker's going to be at my house every night when it's done. Well, we'll get in front of that truck at some point.
We'll be in front of Jolene at some point or another, whether it's short in the future or many months in the future.
Short in the either way, like I said, the first big truck show is in July, and even if it's not done before the a lot of the truck shows, it has got to be done by September, because that's when the two big shows are in September. One's out in Tonkawa, which they do every year.
Yeah.
The second one is what they call G-Bats, and it's 4 states where I've been getting all the Chrome Shop in Joplin.
Yep.
And it's big enough they only do it every other year.
Oh, and it's this year?
It's this year.
All right.
And so those two shows are both in September.
So there you go, folks. So if you don't see it before September, you will get to meet Jolene in September. And that's if I've got a
thing. I want it better done before then. But
I'm going to do what I can to assist you to make it occur before then, okay?
I'm hoping the exhaust hangers will be here this week or tomorrow. So if I'm having my way, the stacks will be on that bitch tomorrow night.
Fuck yeah, I can't wait. I'm more excited about the damn stacks I want the stacks and the bumper on this motherfucker so bad.
The bumper's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, because you got the air cylinders and the brackets.
And really, the only reason why I haven't worried about it is because it's got 3 cab mounts, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, and the center. You need to
fuck around.
Hold on a minute. We're all bad motherfuckers until the air compressor kicks on at midnight.
All right, I'm going for a potty break on that one.
Oh, hurry the fuck up, because I'm about to piss myself. Anyhow, I'll have to fill Sam in here later on, but so it's got 3 cab. Anybody knows Peterbilts? This it's not air ride cab, so it's got 3 cab mounts, 2 in the front in each corner, 1 in the back and the center. I've replaced the cab mounts on the truck. When I did it, I didn't pay any attention, so the cab leans to the back real bad because I didn't shim it. So, like I said, I got the truck back from paint Monday night. We've got both air cleaners on it, the visor, the cab lights, that kind of shit. We had to, the painter did a phenomenal job on the truck, but when he pulled the fenders off to paint them because they're a different color, when he put them back on the truck, he mounted them a little bit wrong, so we had to pull the fenders off and redo them. So that took a little bit of time. And then the Chrome Shop gave me the wrong exhaust brackets that mount to the cab, so I had to order those, and they should be here tomorrow. Anyways, everything that bolts to the cab, we got to align it, where it's straight, not leaning forward, not leaning back. But the cab is leaning back so bad because I didn't do the back cab mount right. So the next thing on my list is the back cab mount, getting it shimmed, getting it right, straighten the cab up. Once the cab's level, that should bring the hood, because it rides on the cab, or the cowl of the cab, so it's going to be a lot closer. When I got this truck, none of the hood supports were where they needed to be. They were half of them were gone, and so both top corners of the cab or the hood were completely fucked. Okay. The body guy, he fixed all that, did what he did. But when I had previously, before it went to him, I put all the hood bushings in it that were supposed to be in it, fixed all the bullshit. But I left it all loose because with the hood being fucked up, I couldn't tell where it needed to be.
Right.
So he's fixed all that now. So now I got a hood that's in one piece. I need to fix the cab. Once those 2 things are done, then I can start mocking up the bumper, because it's not going to be any good to put a bumper on it with everything out of whack, and especially with the bumper that's going on it, because it's not like a solid mount bumper. It's a bumper that's on air shocks. Put it on a switch because we're in the dirt every day. So
yeah,
from 12 gauge Customs, I'm gonna shout them out. I bought a kit they build custom. Got 2 air shocks and then full frame brackets to mount this bumper with the flip of a switch. This bumper's gonna come out and raise.
It's fucking sick.
It's gonna be badass.
Yep.
Carry him on, because I got this.
All right, here you go.
You know just enough to carry him.
Yep, I know just enough. I just know just enough to carry this episode. So, this truck has been one of those things that it's been exciting for me because it's the opportunity to be involved in the building of this truck. Like it really has no benefit for me other than the fact that I can say I took part in it. But it's one of those deals. It ties back into the previous episode where it's a friendship thing, and this is something that I know my friend is super freaking pumped about, and I want to be a part of it because it's cool, it's exciting, it's a life goal for him, and it's just gonna be badass. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. It's a one of a kind, it's a one-off. Like, yeah, sure, fine, frame aspect of it, engine, cab, okay, it's I'm not going to quote it because he'll bust my ass if I say wrong, but it's a Peterbilt truck, okay? But at the end of the day, it's aftermarket bed, custom weld deck, everything else is custom, and it's unique. It's a one of a kind. It's Jolene. And so I didn't want to say, because I couldn't remember, because I know there's the two difference. It's a Peterbilt.
The model?
Yes.
359.
Okay. All right. I was right. Because I know there's 359 and there's a
379.
79.
After the
Okay.
379 was 389.
Okay. All right. I was pretty sure it was a 359, but I didn't. I didn't want to be chastised if you listened to this episode just by chance. I was like, I can't remember for sure, but I was relatively certain it was a 359.
So they went from the needle nose, which is pretty evident,
Yeah.
to a 359.
If you ever see a needle nose, you'll see it and you'll be like,
That's
a really
bitch to work on.
That's a really pointy hood.
Narrow. They got the butterfly,
Oh, it's a butterfly hood?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
So they went from the needle nose Peterbilts to the 359s. 359s went from
cool.
72. No, I think it's previous. I may be wrong there, but they went from whatever year to 86 or 87.
Okay.
Maybe 86. I think Bougie is the last year of 359.
Okay.
So the 359s, the easiest way to tell them, they've got the cutouts in the hood, and the air cleaners have the tubes that come out and forward.
Okay.
Which you know what I'm talking about, right?
Well, okay, but yours. So yours only had the one.
Yes, but either way, the air cleaner that's on it.
Okay.
Some
So
had two,
whether
some
it's
had
one or two,
vice versa.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So regardless,
So
it came
the 359s
out and
had the air cleaners, and they had the tubes that come out, and they had the swoops cut in the hood.
Yep. Okay.
The 379s, the air cleaners are mounted to the hood, to the cab. They're at the back of the hood. They're cut flat, and 379s and 378s are very similar. I want to say one had one air cleaner, one had two, and don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% sure. But
Drop a comment.
But the air cleaner tubes went through the cab firewall and back out, and they're a bitch.
Really?
Yeah. So, everybody's going to tell you something different. For me, the easy, and I know this is interchangeable, so don't fucking kill me here. The easiest way for me to tell a 379 from a 389 is for one, you've got the bottom of the hood, they've got the swoops, and then the fucking
67 to 87.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So at the back of the hood, they're at the bottom behind the fenders. The 379s, I believe, were kind of a straight. 389s were kind of swooped. And 379s still had the wing windows. 389s are solid glass. Solid door windows.
Okay.
After the 389s, they went to the 589s, and those are obvious difference because they've got the curved doors, the solid windshield, and that's a new thing as of last year or this 24, I think. They're fucking ugly. Peterbilt fucked up on that deal.
Yeah.
But yes, my truck and Bougie's truck are 359s.
Okay.
Now they had two different. You could get the 359 regular hoods, which is what mine and Bougie are.
Yeah.
They're short hoods.
Yeah.
Or you could get the 359 extended hoods, which is longer hoods.
Holy shit.
And they're evident because at the back of the hood comes down directly behind the fenders on the regular hoods.
Okay.
The extended hoods are about 6 inches longer. So behind the fender, they had a little bit plus the back panel.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were truly extended.
So mine and Bougie's trucks are flat hood, but they're regular hoods. Once they went from a 359 to a 379, you had the 379 extended hood, which is still a flat hood. They're evident too, because the 379 extended hoods are still flat, long. 379 short hoods is like what we have, what Eli's end dump is, and they're the sloped.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and this is just so we'll just put I'll try and put
this really needs to come back into the fucking Peterbilt episode we were talking. I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Originally, this was a grass is greener on the other side, but
in a way it is, because I was at a company that wouldn't give me the time of day for a field truck, and here I am.
Yeah. So
I cannot wait to park that motherfucker in the front doors of Cat and get parts. Travis was in there the other day, and there's guys in there that, and in their defense, the guys that cornered Travis were the guys that did what they could to keep me there and get me in a truck, and it just didn't. They did try.
Yeah.
And these guys cornered Travis the other day and was asking about me and the truck and all this kind of stuff, because I'm friends with them on Facebook, and he was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a bad son of a bitch." I cannot wait to park that motherfucker out front of Cat and get fucking parts. Because every time we park Bougie, dude, last time I was in there with Bougie, it was the Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay, big deal.
Hey,
next to Bougie's truck.
Don't talk shit on the Jimmy, okay? The Jimmy is still slick. I know it's not a fucking Peterbilt.
For what it is, it's cool.
For what it is, that's a slick ass truck.
Anyways, so last time we was in there, Bougie's has his.
And I'll put this out there, and I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but I'll put this out there. The Jimmy is the first semi-level truck my ass has ever driven.
Through my yard.
However poorly
it's only
it was,
a 6-speed. We'll get you in the Peterbilt.
However poorly it may have been, I still drove the motherfucker.
Hey.
Anyhow, go ahead.
At the end of the day, though, I don't know. This is no shit to you. At the end of the day, though, it's a straight 6-speed. Yeah, it's different than driving anything else. I will give you that.
It's way the fuck different than any other
put you in a
fucking
truck where you gotta
6-speed you've
split that
ever
son
driven.
bitch.
Yeah, it's happening.
You'll have to go with me to a truck show.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're doing that anyways.
Yeah, no, it's
But you'll go with
happen.
me, and I've sent you videos and explained the videos to you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna learn this whole fucking what
And I am by
is
no-
it 10-speed?
It's my Pete has a 13. Bougie's has a 9.
Okay.
I am by no means a truck driver. When I get that truck together and start driving it for the first couple of days, it's going to be very ugly. I've just grown up around the trucks, and my family has always either worked on them or driven them.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of where I come from.
Yep. I had the one experience at 8 years old, and it was basically like exposing someone to crack cocaine.
Oh, dude, they're 100% addictive.
I've been in love with them forever. I've got one of them. I've got a 359 Pete that's sitting on
I got
top
the 379.
Is it a 379? Oh shit!
There's 379s are badass.
Anyhow,
hell, even 389s.
I've got a 379 Pete model that's Franklin Mint sitting on my desk, which I'm still pissed old boy wouldn't ship me that fucking one. I know. He still won't ship it.
I've never heard of them until you told me about the one you've got.
Yeah. But
they're fucking cool. I just never heard of them.
They're fucking it's the coolest diecast model I own, honestly, and I'm
coming from a car guy.
Patrick, you're a fucking prick, and if you know, you know. If you're somebody else named Patrick,
where was it at?
He's my stepbrother at the time in North Carolina. He's the one that fucked up that model because it's got.
I thought you were talking about the guy that has this other one listed.
No. My stepbrother is the one that wrecked the fucking model that I have currently. It's missing. It's missing.
Only missing a stack.
Yeah, it's missing a mirror and a stack.
Straight pipe that motherfucker. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but so
where is the one we're talking about though?
It's in Arkansas.
Fuck, dude. Saturday trip. We can hit the Chrome shop and then head south to Arkansas.
Dude,
it's still on there.
I know. I know. And it's okay. So just so y'all know, it's Franklin Mint. So they had a reefer trailer and the truck, and I only have the truck, and it was what was given to me by my aunt.
I thought the one on Marketplace was a different truck.
No,
is it not?
No, it's the same fucking truck. So the one on Marketplace is the same truck that I have currently, not fucked up, and the reefer trailer, and they're a limited run. They're all handmade, and the guy is selling it for dirt fucking cheap. So
nobody knows what he's got. I didn't either.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for the one Sam's got, I'd have never known.
Yeah, no, they're a $500 to $800 fucking model, and it's not to tell anyone, and I'm not going to give you any information on it because I still want the motherfucker, but he won't ship it. But we may just have to make a fucking Saturday haul to Arkansas and pick that motherfucker up.
Fucking roll. We'll take the Peterbilt.
Yeah, he's already agreed to take less than what he's asking. So
I don't know what he's asking. I just know I've seen it on there again.
So yeah, I want the trailer, but it's so if you know Smokey and the Bandit,
that's
and if
Kenworth.
Yeah, but okay, it's fine. But the trailer has the very ornate design on the side of the trailer.
Back then.
Right. Well, this has got, so it's a matching the sleeper cowl that's on the semi, and the reefer trailer match, kind of similar as far as the Eagle and America, and it's
my dad's got the Tonka trucks. They're not they're Nylent. The like bigger Nylent, like metal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My dad's got I say my dad. Most of them are his, but I've got some shit in there. But it's a fucking box. I'm not shitting you. In his fucking garage. And he's got the Nylent box trucks. So like the Brahms trucks, you go in the fucking Brahms, you see their tanker trucks.
Yeah,
There's two of those in there.
Yeah.
He's got fire trucks, box trucks. I mean, the big some bitches.
Yeah.
So one of these days when I build a shop, I want to build shelves and put that shit around my shop.
Yep. So fuck, how did we get to this point?
I don't know, but we need to rename this episode. This has nothing to do with grass is greener.
Yeah,
we can keep rambling on it. I'm good with it.
Yeah,
but we need to rename this shit.
I'm relatively certain at this point we're just going to call this the pre-Pete episode, and we'll just roll with that. Okay. And
I wish I could get Bougie on here. I know it's not going to happen, but I wish I could.
Why not?
Because it's Bougie. He won't do it.
You don't think even if we got him a fucking case of beer in, he wouldn't sit down and bullshit with us?
He quit drinking. The only reason he drinks at all now is because if I go to truck shows with him and his wife maybe wants a beer, I'll buy the beer. I'm telling you, Bougie's, I don't know.
We're going to figure something out. Bougie's, so I don't know Bougie real well, but the interactions that I've had with the guy,
he's cool as fuck.
I kind of feel like he'd be good to just bullshit.
He would be if you could get him on camera. Once you mention a camera, he's out. I guarantee it.
So fuck it, we do audio only.
I still guarantee you he's out. I have a hard enough time getting him to help me on a Saturday.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I lost my forklift guy.
I'll mention it to him, but if he does it, I will be
surprised.
Yes. If he does it, I'll be like, fucking bring the fucking microphones now.
Fuck it. You let me know. We'll show up.
Either way, I'll try to at least get us. Well, like I said, regardless, that we'll be in front of the Pete one day. Hell, that might be at Cavalcade this year.
Whatever. We'll work it out. Jolene will be the backdrop at some point.
Yep. So
I'd love to have Brian on the podcast just because it's one of those, it's the blue collar success stories kind of deal, because he's built the business from the ground up. So I'd love to have
talk to him about that.
I'd love to have him on there just for that respect of it. And hey, we have water. Her hair is wet. That's fantastic. That's good. Thanks, Rural Water District number 2.
I do need to talk to him about it. It's just one of them deals. I'll talk to him, and then I get sober, and it's like, fuck, it's my boss. Like,
hey, fine. Just give me the opportunity. Sit me in the right place at the right time. I'm not gonna get you fired, Josh. Damn it.
I'll talk to him.
But yeah. I'd love
really,
to
it comes down to I don't have a. He's so fucking busy. I don't have a chance very often to just talk to him.
No, I get that.
Like the whole time I've been building the Pete, I think I've talked to him personally twice, maybe 3 times, and we're going on a year.
Right.
And when I have, it's like I can talk to him real quick, and he's busy.
Say, can I buy this? Sure. Here's a card.
Well, I got a card in my wallet, but yeah.
There you go. Here, use the card. There you go. Yeah.
I will try to talk to him though.
Yeah, I like to have him on the podcast. We're gonna have Jolene on the podcast. Just so
regardless,
it's gonna happen.
It may be a year from now, but it'll be in my driveway.
Yeah, it'll be there
when it's warm.
Yeah, we ain't doing this shit outside.
Stuff isn't ordered.
Your stuff isn't.
It has been.
Holy shit!
Better start working some OT, dude.
Yeah, children are
What is it?
expensive. Let's look at the total.
Jesus Christ! What all did you order, kid? 2 pairs of socks, a hoodie, 2 hoodie. What is that?
So
What is
okay.
that? 1 hoodie and 1 pullover.
So here we go. We're just gonna throw this out there,
shit.
okay?
You're scrolling
so
up.
she's double expensive, okay? Because not only is she an athlete, but she's also an equine athlete.
Yeah, one or the other. I got one. I'm
You
building
better
a truck.
You better be damn lucky you're cute and I like you.
Even
That's all I
Carter's
have
like,
to say.
what in the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. That's. You better.
And she's wearing your hoodie.
There's actually 3.
I don't know what you just clicked, but it didn't work.
All right, so there's going to be a segment that was edited out of there, and we'll come back to it. So, fuck. At this point, we're an hour and 5 minutes.
Don't fucking cancel it now. Let's keep going.
So we're at Peterbilt episode.
Okay,
So
we still got Peterbilt to talk about.
Oh, well, fucking let's talk.
Let's
about
fucking
it.
roll on.
All right, carry on. So, all right. So the weld deck, it's black. Cabinets are going to be black.
Yeah.
So you say it's, what did you say? It was 60?
66.
Okay. So what is that, 5 feet?
So there's 66. So my bed has the, like the Jimmy, it's got the slide locks on the outside for the padlocks. My bed has that and Booty does not. So I can't remember if the 66 is total or if it's just between the, the headache rack and the back of the boxes we're building. There's going to be a 3-inch gap between those boxes and the actual bed for those slide locks.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to build a small box behind the torch and chains boxes in between the bed. It's going to go all the way across. And it's just going to be for like rock bars, long pry bars, and that kind of shit.
Right.
But I know that's 3 inches. I just can't remember if 66 without the drawing is total or if it's just minus.
Gotcha,
So it may be
gotcha.
69 inches.
So how long is the workbench gonna be that's added on with the crane? So is that including the crane deck, or is that crane deck and workbench?
So I think we're talking about taking total length is going to be 10 feet, but that's coming in the truck frame.
Because you still have to extend
3
the truck
feet.
frame.
No, this is counting.
Oh.
So, okay. So we've got the truck frame now that is bobbed right after the duals.
Right.
So that's, well, you saw where the bed was.
Right.
It's hanging off the frame that's there now.
Right.
So the frame we're adding is going to be 12-inch by 1-inch plate.
Okay.
So that plate is going to come in the frame rail enough to. Okay, so you got a pen. They won't be able to see it, but I'll draw it for you, or a marker or something.
Oh fuck! I don't have shit.
Where's the marker?
It's right there. I see it.
You
On the
do?
granite slab. Look, to your left. To your left, right
I'll
next to
find
the. Keep going, keep going. There it is. Right there. There you go.
Okay, so Sam can do what he wants to do for you guys, or you. I know you guys will see the truck. Okay, so frame rail, hanger, spring, duals.
Okay.
Okay, So Bougie's truck is the same setup as my truck. His frame rail originally was bobbed right there. His bed comes there, hangs down behind the duals. That's it.
Okay.
So Bougie's, I can't remember the dimensions, but Bougie's frame rail, so you've got bolts here that hold this spring hanger, and you got bolts, however many here that hold this spring hanger.
Okay.
Bougie's extension only comes into this front hanger and comes out.
Okay.
Brian wants mine to come all the way into this spring hanger, which isn't far, 2 feet maybe.
Right.
Whatever the dimension of the spring hanger is.
Okay.
So this 10 feet we're talking is counting.
Oh, it's including the 5 feet
Yes.
of. Oh, okay.
So we've got 10 feet, so there's 2 there, and then it comes out another, however, 6, 7,
5,
8
7 inches.
feet.
5, 7 feet.
Okay, so we got 8 feet there. And I'm sorry for drawing over your table.
Whatever.
Okay. So we my 10 feet total, we both counted for the extra
your 10,
tier.
your 10 feet is minus 2.5, 2
Okay,
feet.
so like I said, Bougie's is here to here. So in my frame, we obviously went a foot forward, 1.5 feet, 2 feet, whatever. And then with Bougie's truck, if you walk up to the back of his truck, Bougie's short. Every time I walk up to the back of his truck and bend over, I smack my fucking head on the fucking hose reels. So we've added however much length here to go into these hanger bolts out, and we've made my workbench a foot longer.
Okay.
That is it. Other than that, it's going to be the same as Bougie's truck.
Okay.
The only other difference in length there is my truck is 14 inches longer in wheelbase than Bougie's.
Oh, okay.
Which is the
And
difference in
and-
gap in the weld deck.
And one more light.
Yeah. Got it. But in all seriousness, so regardless of wheelbase, that length, total truck length is going to be different there. Wheelbase length, I think my truck is 14 inches longer than his, and that's the difference in the weld deck.
And listen, 14 inches at
And it's
that
not
point is...
He wants a 300-inch wheelbase. I mean, as long as Bougie can build it, that's what Bougie wants. But Bougie got a truck that was already single axle. It had I think I've showed you pictures of Bougie's before he built it. The red truck.
Probably, but I have terrible memory, so...
It was originally that truck had a sleeper. It was a regular truck.
Oh, yeah.
But when Bougie got it, it was already a single axle, had a tilt dump bed on it. So Bougie built the truck off of what Bougie had. When I got my truck, it was a tandem axle dump truck. So all I did was
been pretzeled.
So all I did was take the front drive axle out of mine, left the rear drive, and we've built it on that. So it gave me... The beds are a little bit different. All in all, they're the same dimensions. They're just designed a little different.
Yeah.
So all in all, it gave me the same design of truck. It's just longer.
Yeah.
Which in reality is good because Bougie's weld deck is... Yeah, that was Bougie's truck when he started on it.
Oh, okay.
So... In all reality, it's the same design as Bougie's. It's longer and it's a good thing.
So here's a random question, because yours, I noticed, has on the back side of it has like an entrance for a sleeper.
It originally had a sleeper on it. So did Bougie's.
Okay, so could you And would it be worthwhile to make a door from the cab to like the weld deck, or would it just be more bullshit to deal with?
It would. So like I don't know about the 359s, but the 379s have what's called a Fat Boy sleeper extension, which is what we put on that last Peterbilt we built at work, which was a PMP truck that had the sleeper on it.
Yeah.
We took it off, and they make a fiberglass extension that's, 6 inches wide that you bolt on the back. CarMax Green Pete had the same thing on it.
Okay.
So even if they're not sleeper trucks originally, you can still add them because his truck was a factory. That truck was a factory service truck.
Right.
The 359s, I don't think they add or they make that. They're just a little bit different. The cabs, 359 cabs are 4 inches narrower than 379 cabs. Aside from that, they're the same.
4 inches narrower?
Yes.
Like door to door.
Narrower.
Okay.
But aside from that, they're like the doors are the same from 379s all the way up to 389s. The only difference is the windows.
Right.
But yeah, as far as putting like a door or a sleeper on it, it would.
I mean, the only thing I was thinking was like you have the cabin heater.
My truck and Boogie's truck both originally had sleepers on them.
Well, and the only reason I was asking is it's like one of those deals where it's like, okay, fine, it's cold as fuck outside, and you've got to go out and you've got to weld on something or work on something, and you can go from the fucking heated cab out to your weld deck to do whatever, and then when you can't feel your goddamn hands anymore, you can go into the sleep. But that's where you've got the
mindset of the weld deck as in what you're working on. The weld deck is nothing but it holds the welder.
Just fucking storage.
Everything else is in the back of the truck. Okay. The welding leads, all that shit's off the back of the truck.
So the welder's gonna block the fucking doorway.
The weld
anyhow.
deck basically just holds the welder, and in my case, the torch bottles, chains, all that kind of shit.
Okay. All right. Well, it was just one of those things. I was just sitting here, spitballing because
now there have been guys that have built service trucks where they put the coffin sleepers, which is the narrow flat top sleepers on them, and they use them for offices. They got a little desk, whatever. That would be fucking kick-ass. And my boss didn't, but I thought about putting a coffin sleeper on my truck just because it's so fucking long.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's not really worth it. I travel, but I don't.
How often do you do paperwork?
Yeah.
It's not like you're filling out fucking logbooks and paperwork and shit like that every day. So.
I mean, it would be cool, but still.
Yeah, it's fine. More room for tools and important shit.
Well, there's another thing too. A lot of guys that put sleepers on their trucks, or like Cody, he's using the back seat of his truck. They're putting their power tools and that kind of shit on it so they stay warm.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages. I could use a sleeper for that kind of shit, but at the same time, there's less shit I got to look around.
Hey, you know what? All it is a flexible tube. And you can have heat in any box you want to behind the cab.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy cheesy.
I would rather have the bigger weld deck with the torch box and the chain box and that kind of shit than the sleeper. I'm not even going to say we travel. We're within an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say, home. You're an hour and a half drive. Yeah. That does not count as travel.
And if it wasn't for fucking traffic, it'd be...
Yeah. Be less.
We travel the most going to shows with the trucks than we do anything.
That's right.
And we just take campers or something to that.
Yeah. I saw the video.
All right, so we started this podcast out as if the grass is greener, but we're gonna end it with Peterbilt pre-trip here because that's something you got to do with your trucks.
That's right.
This is Living the Dream podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Sam.
If you're late, you're lost.
We'll see y'all next week.